Hi everyone, this is Kirei with my last layout for November, and this layout I'm using the Mistletoe and Kisses set. It's one of the new Christmas sets in the shop now. I'm also using the Paper Snips number 15. They come with the December Fox Box Plus, and I'm using the Truck and Tree perspective from the December Fox Box. That was the very last piece in the December Fox Box that I had, as I've used everything else on my previous layouts. Okay, so I pulled out the Simple Stories Baking Spirits Bright collection, and I've got a couple of the pattern papers that I'm going to work with, and I'm going to use the circle template that you see here, and I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to layer that up to the right of my overall layout and just create a bit of a feature using the circle. So I've got this sort of really nice sort of limey, olivey green sort of gingham check. And then I'm going to add another layer over that. And there's this lovely Christmas tree paper from the collection that I really like. And I'm going to use that. In fact, they're really the sort of ready trees in there. They match beautifully with the Mistletoe and Kisses, the title perspective from the one of the new sets. The red's really, really lovely. It's quite deep. So I thought it would work perfectly. So I'm distressing the edges of the circle, and I will do the same with the larger one as well. I say circle, but it's a part circle. But yeah, so distress the edges, and then I can layer the two of those up onto the onto my background and create a bit of a feature with them. There we go, with the white cardstock. That really sort of pops. Then I have my photo, and I've just got one of the colour cards with the trees, because the photos are me in front of the Christmas trees in Covent Garden. So that's sort of my feature, really. And there's the little perspective, the truck with the Christmas tree in the back. It was the last piece out of the December Fox Box that I hadn't used. So again, it's got a Christmas tree in it, so it can go on this. It's perfect. And then there's some lovely little extra pieces in the Mistletoe and Kisses set. We've got some of the mistletoe pieces, and then the little kisses in that deep red, burgundy red, and the pale pink. And they all just work perfectly with this collection. So I've sort of played around with where they're going to go, and I'll do a bit more playing around until I'm happy with them. But firstly, I'm going to get my photo layered onto another piece of one of the pattern papers. Again, it's that sort of limey, olivey green, and I just wanted to have something as a differentiation between the photo and the background, because the background is quite busy with all of the trees. So I'm going to get those stuck down, and then I can sort of start to get that onto my background, and then get the other pieces into position. So there'll be a little bit playing around as per usual as to where things are going to go. So I've distressed the edges with my distressing tool, but I'm also sort of lifting them up here as well. Again, I do like to get that sort of added sort of texture dimension onto my layout. So those of you who have seen my videos before will know that's something that I typically always do. Now, I just decided, I was sort of looking at it and thinking I wanted to do a little bit more with the background, but what? So I've just sort of roughly drawn the circle, and I've pulled out the Distress Oxide in Shabby Shutters, and I'm just using that with my blending tool just around the edge, so that it peeps out from underneath the circle once that is stuck down. So I'm just sort of working that around, just building that up around the circle, and I keep just checking that there's enough peeping out once I get it stuck down. So really simple, but I really like how that sort of changed up that background, because it was looking a little bit stark. So that sort of softened around the edges of that circular piece there. So happy with that. Again, having a quick look at where things are going to go. Mistletoe Kisses looks perfect. There, I love how it pops on the white. I was nearly going to have it sort of over on the pattern paper, but actually on the white is so much nicer, because it really pops from the background. I've just decided to add some splatters. So that's just some of the Distress Oxide there that I've just spritzed with a bit of water, and I'm just using a little tiny paintbrush to add small splatters all around the edge edge of the circle. And then I'll just let that dry, and I think it'll jump on in just a moment, because I had to leave that for a short while. Here we go. So I've got the circle pieces stuck down, and now I'm going to get the photo and the cut apart stuck down. They've both got distressed edges, of course. So they're in position, happy with that. I am obviously just making sure that they are straight. They could not possibly be wonky, could they? Okay, lifting those edges as well as I go. And then I think I can start to get some of the other elements stuck down onto the layout. So I've got the little truck, I'm just sort of figuring out where that's going to go. And then I've got some of the ephemera trees. There's some chipboard trees there that I'm pulling out that I'm going to use on both sides of the layout. And I do pull in this strip here at one point. I don't end up using it, but actually looking at it on the video, I thought, oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad, actually. But anyway, I didn't use that. So I'm just getting the trees stuck down here. So I've got a chipboard tree, and then one of the ephemera trees over on the left. And then I've got a couple of ephemera trees over on the right, and the small chipboard tree as well. And I do just stick them just in the center so that the edges are lifted again, rather than them being completely flat. I like to have where I can see that there's they're lifting from the layout rather than completely stuck down flat. So there we go. And then the final tree stuck on there. And I think I'm going to start to stick down the perspective. So I've got the Mistletoe Kisses here, that lovely burgundy red title that matches perfectly with the pattern papers. Just making sure that is obviously straight. And then I can get the little truck stuck down as well with the cute tree. So I'm working my way through those. Obviously, just if you've not seen one of my videos before, if you want to have a look a little bit more at Bramble Fox, pop on over to the website, bramblefox.co.uk, and you can find out all about subscribing to the Fox Box. It's a monthly subscription where you receive some of the lovely perspectives. And there is the Fox Box Plus subscription, where along with the perspectives, you also receive a sheet of the paper snips and one of their fabulous Fox cut stencils. Okay, so now I've sort of figured out where everything's going. I've got the mistletoe, I've got the little kisses in the pale pink and the burgundy that I'm just layering up. I do use everything from the Mistletoe Kisses set on here, actually. So you get the title, you get the 2 pieces of mistletoe in the sort of sage green, and then you get the 4 kisses, 2 in the pale pink and 2 in that burgundy red. So getting those all stuck down. Now I've pulled out the Paper Snips number 15, and this comes with the December Fox Box, and I had some of the little phrases that I've just cut out. I have hustle and bustle, so magical, and good cheer. And I've just pulled in another one there but decided not to use it. I liked the difference in the 3 colours, the sort of pale green, the red and the pale pink. So I'm actually using just a little bit of foam pad and sticking those all down because I just wanted to raise them rather than them being flat. So I use the 3 of those from the Paper Snips. And then I do bring in the one of the round cutouts from the Paper Snips with the word joy on it, and add one of the DIY epoxy flair stickers to it. So I will do that, I think, in just a moment. Got just some of the little stars here. Again, I'm adding some foam pad to the back of those, just lifting some of them up. Some of them are sitting flat. So really just sort of working through now and adding getting everything stuck down and finished on the layout. Yeah, a few more stars, I think, up the top there. And then there's not too much else. There is actually. I do just decide I bring in some pom-pom trim. That's right. I suddenly thought, is there anything else I can do? And I have not used pom-pom trim for ages. So I do pull out the lovely, it's a pale pink, and it was just perfect. It just added that little bit extra pop of pale pink around the circle. Oh, there's the paper snips. Here we go. Here's the joy. I'm just punching that out. That I use a 1-inch circle punch, and there's the little clear epoxy domed sticker that I use over the top of it. Just trimming off a little bit on the edge because I didn't get it quite stuck down perfectly to the center. And then I'm just working out where it's going to go, but it is going to sit just there next to those raised words that I've already stuck down. Here's the pom-pom trim that I told you about. Yes, so I'm not going to show you me sticking all of that down, but here we go. I think, yep, it's all in, and really happy with how that looked. It just added that little pop of pink. And I've just pulled out one of the tabs. This is also from the Paper Snips sheet. It's got the word joyful. I'm just getting that stuck in. Got some of the Simple Stories, the decorative brads, and I'm just working out where to put these. And honestly, my hand moves around 20 times just to work out where I'm going to stick one of them. Honestly, I look at it and think, Kirei, get it stuck down. Just make a decision. But anyway, that isn't how it works for me. I tend to sort of really just want to check where it looks, where it looks best. So this one's going to sit, I think, over on the tree finally. No, but I keep moving it around. It is going to go back to that tree up on the top left. There we go. I think yes, I've made a decision, thankfully. Okay, and I think then that's it. I'm going to add some journaling just below the title there, and then that is my layout done. So I think it's going to move on, and you will see the final layout in just a moment. There we go. Final layout all done. Really happy with how it turned out. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. Here's some of the close-ups of the lovely perspectives from the Mistletoe Kisses set and the December Fox box, along with the Paper Snips number 15, and also from the December Fox box. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.